Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. And this is We Nerd World with the right fucking Zoom number. Sorry about the fuck up, guys. Oh, geez, that guy is bald and loud. Got Truth 420 already on the way in. Cheers to you guys. Cheers, Truth. How you doing?
Like configured. Can you hear me?
Oh, damn it. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I can hear you now. How you doing?
All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Spring is hit. 420 was fun. How are you doing?
Good. Man, I can't believe I fucking started the wrong fucking with the wrong meeting. My luck.
That doesn't matter.
It was preset for the other night, basically, for a different meeting number. I thought I was good to go.
That's all right. You caught it in a couple minutes. You got some other people waiting to come on?
I don't know. I needed a reminder that I was fucking up.
Oh, yeah.
It may have been one or two try to come on and thought, what the fuck, man? I don't know.
You caught it quick. I don't think anyone ran away. You're good.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. What are you smoking on tonight?
Do-si-do, I think it is. Yeah, do-si-do. I actually got it from a dispo. They have a bunch of the 420 sales stuff still going on, but the dates on a lot of this stuff is crazy. Like the place I just went, they said, oh, you can have this eighth for a penny. Every eighth you buy, you get an eighth for a penny. And I was like, because on 420, I went to a place. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I accidentally hit the music. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, on like the day before 420 or on 420, I got an 8 to something. I just go for the 20 sex, because I don't want to spend more than like $200 in there. So it's crazy. And if you're picky, look at the harvest date. You squeeze the bags, you smell it if you can kind of have a good guess of what's going to be kosher within that price range. But they gave me an 8 for $1. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take an 8 for $1. I had like $1 in store credit being a new customer. And it was harvested August 2021. Yeah. And it actually smelled like, closest thing I could think of it smelled like was like vinegar. It wasn't even like stale. Sometimes it just smells like a tea bag or like a carton of fresh cigarettes. It's just like that bland kind of nothing cardboard, a little bit of something going on smell, when it gets really old and there's just no terps going on. But it actually smelled like bad sour, It was kind of shady. And then I don't know, man, there's a lot of the high-end eights too on sale, like half price. It's like the old stuff hasn't moved.
They give you deals on zips out there. I mean, what's like an average zip go for?
See, like an ounce.
Yeah. Dispo price.
Dispo price. I mean, if they do like bulk offers, you'll get like a half for 80. You can get decent smalls, mixed smalls. They'll just say like indica or sativa. You can get ounces of that for like 100. But it's like when they're that small and it's not the frostiest of frosty, like the stem ratio on those little nugs is considerable to me, and it just doesn't but then you grind it up and you smoke it, it's good, but it doesn't hit like a nice fresh frosty nug does, but it's okay smoke. It's kind of like mids, I guess you'd call it. But
so it's not worth even smoking twice as much.
I don't even know if you can get ounces of like the high-end, because that stuff goes for like the $60 8 stars, So like that's $480 an ounce. And I don't think I've seen, could be I'm just not looking at the right section of the menu, but I don't think I've seen that. I think all that quality stuff is sold in the smaller quantity. And then the bulk is just stuff that it makes financial sense to them to sell that way, you know, in terms of profit maximization of whatever product they're left with on their hands.
They used to be even bust their ass back in the day, even when I'd have to go into the dispo. I've always been like that, trying to save a buck. Fucking, all right, this is good, but what can you do me an ounce for? You know what I mean? Give me the wholesale price and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe always be like, I don't know if we do that. I'll go ask the manager. Okay, you do that and come back.
Did it work? Was that in the day of the kind of the pop-up where like the manager on like in the shop actually had a say in that kind of stuff? Or was it?
Yeah. It always worked. It was, yeah. That was actually the first place. That was a Green Bean in Flint, Michigan there. And that was like, that was like 2008 era. You know what I mean? Just opening it up. And for the first time, I fucking swipe a debit card for fucking weed. And I'm like, what? This doesn't even seem right. Even one time on credit. What? Budget bought weed with a credit card? Oh, that is too crazy. Yeah, they were pretty brave, even back then.
Huh.
They were one of the few that made it through, though.
You said they were called Green Bean?
The Green Bean, yes, ma'am.
That's funny because on 420, I had to work. I was hustling to try and make the money I needed to get my car out the mechanic, getting some body work done on Friday morning. But I made time at like 4:20 to try and hop on the show. And I went to this like event they had out in the street, kind of by my house, the dispensary I like. They had a DJ there called DJ Green Beans. See? And I should have got there earlier because if I'd caught your live at like 3:30, you could have had. She was so cool too. This lady, kind of dreaded up. She was playing lots of reggae when I got there, Collie Buddz and Alborosie and Jacob Miller, but then she changed it pretty quickly to like 80s electro pop, classic pop stuff. It's kind of bummed, but really nice vibe. DJ Green Beans, nice chick. Good name, right?
Yeah.
Definitely a Humboldt kind of farmy name. Green Beans. It could be some kind of retro disco name reference that I just don't get. Some underground music collective called Green Beans, and I don't get the reference, but I don't think that's it.
I think so either. Yeah, they were a pretty decent place. They were like one of the first places that were like open to the caregivers. And they weren't just buying anything either. They actually wanted to, you had to fill out like a nice little slip with every like little sample you dropped off, you know, how it was grown, the nutrients you were using and shit like that.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I thought it was a good thing, but in hindsight, I almost wonder if they weren't just like taking notes and shit, you know what I mean? Which newts work best, which was, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Just looking for the best ways to go and shit by the best samples they were getting.
Yeah, get that information and grade it. But I mean, I'm sure, I mean, that's probably factored in, but the dual benefit of being able to have that knowledge of the product to give to the consumer. Because back then it was still very much medicinal, and the movement was people really passionate about it, right? Because I read about that in that book, Smoke Signals. They talk about the clinics that originated in like San Francisco and all the really sick people that would queue up, and the guy would get busted like every couple of months, but they'd keep it going, and they'd have like people in wheelchairs queuing up to get their meds, and he'd sit and have long talks. And I can't remember the name of the guy. You've read that book too, though. The normal movement, San Francisco. It was like the late 80s. I don't remember the guy's name. There was a few of them, and they all kept getting shut down, but they kept staying open. And they did that. They had one-on-ones and slips and stuff for people to fill out. Well, that's the patients more than the growers, but pretty sure the people owning those dispos were kind of growing it too. I need to find a lighter. I'll be right back.
All right. Cheers, chat. Thank you, buddy, for sending me that link for your live there. That was a good jam that you played there, or you caught there in the concert. Yeah, I miss the cowboy days like that. Being able to just fucking throw a pound in your backpack and just go fucking pretty much door to door to dispose and shit. That was seriously the life. I mean, because you could just like fucking whenever you like needed a good pinch or whatever, just load up the backpack and fucking well. After a while, it got to be such a regular thing. You knew what dispos had intake days, and you just had that on the calendar. You'd just be like, Monday I go here, Tuesday I go here. You know what I mean?
Would they stick around for long enough, or did they kind of come and go fast, like the pop-up stuff? I mean, I only came to Cali in like 2014. It's the first time I bought weed in California.
Oh no, they stayed until there was big changes or busted. Stuck
around.
That's yeah. Cool. That was the thing in Genesee County, man. When it went legal, the outlaws came out big time. You know what I mean? Anybody with some, and there was no really process. You know, all you really needed was the balls to fucking rent a fucking storefront, throw a green X out front, and put some weed in your store. That's all it took. I mean, there was no like licensing. It was just, okay, I think I'm going to be a dispensary this week and I'm going to fucking rent a storefront. And so, yeah, they were popped up and they tried, you know, most of them fought to the end. Why wouldn't you fight till the end? You know what I mean? And everybody involved. It was a great system.
That would have been nice if they could have had. I hear you talking about the farmers market idea where people can just go with their stuff and trade, and it would have been nice to have had something like that pop in. But
I'd like to say take credit for that idea, but there was a few of us in 2008 when things really popped off that worked together to put together a little collective like that, and the CRI, the Cannabis Research Institute in Clio, Michigan. And we put together it was actually like an old RV place that had went under, and we had took over through a lease and tried to make it. Oh yeah. We had a front was almost like a office area. It had like that, like a used car lot feel to it. Yeah. And then so you could go there. It was a dispensary. It was on certain days the doctor would be there and you could get your certifications. And once you became a member, we actually had a little room where you could hang out and watch movies that were playing in like a stoner room on a big screen TV. You play video games in one room. We had a little bit of workout equipment in one room. You had that going on? Yeah. And then in the back, we actually had a nice space where it was a daily farmer's market, the first opportunity where you could just come in and table with your cannabis and fucking. We had our own little like weed bar where you could like come just sit there and smoke and look at the samples and stuff like that. And the cops of Clio, Michigan literally once people started coming in, man, they would sit outside in the parking lot across the street and just like try to intimidate for the longest time. But that was an amazing system. At one point, we actually like during the spring, how you had like see like flowers come out and shit like that, hanging plants. We had fucking clones out front like that.
Just out front like that.
Just out in the open and shit like that.
Before, like you said, it was super licensed. It wasn't a pharmaceutical.
Oh yeah, this was before anybody was doing it. Yeah. And we took it until the city of Clio really decided to shut us down. But it was a good 8 months of, being part of the beginnings and helping people get licensed. And we had a for real, like we had big dreams, man. We wanted to make it like a huge a thing, but and they still I'd like to see something like that today, something like just like a stoner's racquetball club, if you will, where you could just go hang out and fucking have fun all day.
Yeah. There's lounges. There's lounges opening up here, but it's like I don't know. I've been to, they have outdoor ones that are kind of like picnic table style. Just go out there and smoke your bud in the yard. And then there's this other one here. I've only been to a couple. Kind of feels like an airport bar. It's kind of clinical, but it's got like the gravity bongs. It's got like gravity bongs you can use. You have to buy your weed in the dispensary next door, but you can get like just a gram sack if you want. You can go hang out there for as long as you want. They have like Pepsis and waters for $1. They have a flat screen TV. They had a freaking Mario Kart night. I know they had another one in Masonic. I don't know if that's just an automatic go-to, like, oh, this is cheap, it's retro, we can do this, it looks good on a flyer, it'll get some people around. And really all you're doing is putting something on the TV. I don't know if it's just like a go-to thing or if that's a trend now. But I don't know. I feel like I haven't really been in one that's had that kind of soulful vibe. It's not feeling like you're stepping into like, oh, this is where I want to be. Like you're in a festival, like you're saying, it's got you can chill out here and you can sample this and you can talk about this and, but I feel like that might be coming. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the UK legalization scene right now too. And very early stages, pretty minimal, but it'd be nice to track that stuff and see it go more in that kind of direction than the other. But I mean, is it even avoidable once the lawyers get involved and once the big money gets involved? Is there anything you would have done different? Was there a turning point when you were like, fuck, if that thing hadn't been signed or if that year hadn't gone down like that? Was there a point where you thought things were going really good and you were like, this is kind of utopian, this is the weed stuff I want to see? Was there a point where it was like, fuck?
Or I want to say like that was like around 16, 17 around here, where Michigan was very open to the caregivers and still taking intakes with the possibility of just having to do what you should be doing anyway, getting tested and going through the matrix system. They wanted you to, and it was going to be a little bit more expensive. They wanted you to be able to have everything tested and clean, but then you'd had to give it to a processor that then like was the middleman and then dealt with the dispensaries. What I didn't like about that plan was basically just how things were being handled. Basically, they were intaking cannabis, smacking it right over top of their sticker over top of yours. So the brand you were building was being erased by the middleman pretty much. And it was pretty sad. But that was the year, everybody had hopes. The caregivers had hopes. And that's when they started talking like recreational cannabis and shit like that. So, these days I would 100% like, man, I'd still kind of think about it, man. Following the fucking cowboy days, help get shit established and, write it out and set it up, maybe just keep that going and move on, or I don't know. But I love I miss that was one of the things, man, when cannabis came legal. As much as I love cannabis, man, it kind of made you from like outlaw to just regular person and shit. And I missed I missed the outlaw part of it. When you can kind of get in trouble. But that's yeah, those days were gold. But I wish that we would have thought a little bit more about how, the big boys were going to come in. Shit, as far as that goes, now we look back and just recently we find out all the dudes that were setting up, that shit were taking bribes and shit. So that's fucking, yeah, that's fucked. We were fucked from the beginning.
Yeah. All those Steves.
Yeah, sad.
I don't even know if I've even seen a clear kind of role defined as like a caregiver in the stuff that I've looked at in the UK yet. They just have like I guess like pharmaceutical bodies that represent kind of like private healthcare companies that offer this cannabis to a limited array of people with specific conditions. And I think it's kind of outsourced. And I'm not sure if there's even a middleman role that's being defined in there yet. As a grower, a local grower thing to get in there and establish as part of the medicinal system, you know?
I was watching a fucking thing, a National Geographic special on cannabis, and it was just like a fresh release.
National Geo.
Yeah.
BBC just did one too with fucking, I think it was fucking David Attenborough. I just saw that. And,
I literally had to turn it off. I love to watch everything cannabis, but it got to the point of where we're like kind of left off there, where the money came in. So it talked about like beginning years of cannabis here in the States, 96 from California, Prop 215. They talked about cannabis, and then they showed fucking Tim Blake and went on a little thing about him, and then talked about the Emerald Cup, and that was super cool. And then they started going on a little bit deeper into cannabis. Then the next thing you know, they're talking the fucking people that the cannabis because there's like the cannabis industry and there's the cannabis community, in my opinion. And these people are definitely the fucking cannabis industry. You know, there is what is it? We Grow, I believe, was one of the companies that they were talking about. And two people that didn't even grow. They're like, yeah, we just see this as a good opportunity. It ain't even about cannabis and the guy said it so fucking evil. He's like, yeah, it's all about the money. And I'm like,
leave it.
Like, I can't even watch you, evil man. You know what I mean? You know what I couldn't even watch it after that point, but that's it. You know what I mean? There's so many people that are just trying to jump into cannabis because it's another opportunity to make a dollar. And
yeah,
people that like, and don't get me wrong, at one point, I hustled a lot of fucking weed and I made money off of weed, but I never had the opportunity, the mindset is it was just about the money. I loved cannabis, and that's how it mainly started, was fucking, making sure I could putting friends together so I could make a little bit to get my cannabis for free. You know what I mean? Everybody needs some. I'll be the guy. I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk to fucking go get everybody some, but I'm gonna get mine for free, basically. And so that game just got bigger and bigger and bigger. But it was always about making sure people had weed. You know what I mean? I loved, smoking and whatever. But so I'm not hating about necessarily making money out the means. That's one of those things. It was just that came secondary. I was doing something I loved, and fucking the money came with it.
Almost to the artist level, right? You're passionate, you're creative, and expression is an extension of you. And you see that in other like creative industries. Same with like the music industry, there's bands out there turning over shitty pop music, pop, because the kids eat it up. And then you've got these other rootsy, talented artists just in it because they love it. And they're playing the small venues, They got the queues around the block. They're getting the big love, but you don't see them on the billboards, But we need those people. And what you were saying about weed too, with the people in it just for the money, it's the same across all agriculture. And that's what's really sad too. And that's just an effect of this money system, is people are in it not because they care about something. They just see it as an opportunity to get pieces of paper that means they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. And that's why, like, like farmers, fruit crops. And like, I remember when I was in college, like 2004, hearing on the radio, BBC4 article about potato and onion farmers in India committing suicide at huge rates because they weren't making enough money to feed their family. They were starving, and all they were surrounded with was fucking potatoes and onions. And then they were borrowing money from other people, and then they were in debt, and then they just had nothing on the table. Like, they were straight hanging themselves in their farmhouses, you know. And it's like, fuck. You see it all, or like the people who own the oil corporations, you know, Shell or whatever, you know, providing the energy. You know, they don't care about people getting to work, or, you know, they're just draining that blood out Mother Earth, you know. You don't care, just in it for the money. It's sad. If you took money, if people did stuff because they gave a shit instead of for a paycheck, the world would be a much better place. You know, people do a lot of evil shit just to put food on the table. But when you got a family, I get it, because family first, right? You got to provide. You put them first. You do what you got to do. Everyone does that. Everyone's fucking everybody over. You know.
Yeah. If more people were doing what they would love, they wouldn't have to do shitty shit to make, but you know.
If you're lucky enough to even see what you love, you know, like how many kids could be like fucking like Wimbledon champions? How many kids never even get to pick up a tennis racket, you know, or go snowboarding or read that book that changes their life? It's just sad because like the environment around us is just so engineered, it's so man-made. There's no just, you really got to carve out your way, man. Like some people don't even have like that independent thought to do it, and we're just stuck in these cycles consuming, and it's tough because it's not natural to have to question your environment and realize that nature's out to get you because she's supposed to be on our side, right? But the money system, no. I can stop being all radical though. I need to go get a paper. I don't want to get too political about this. I need to go get some papers. I'll be right back.
Cheers, everybody in chat. What's up, Claude? To you too, J5420. Roses and Psychocas. Jeff Popalik. I seen you tried to pop in fucking 420 there, and I thought I hit let you in, but you disappeared. Cheers to you. Hopefully you had a good 420. Who else? Ted's Test. Cheers. Or Ted's Nugs, my bad. Cheers to you. Mike B's now in the house. Nika D loves bacon. Don't forget. I don't think none of us will. He reminds us every day. True, Zilla.
I left my papers in my car. I gotta go. I'll be right back though.
Right on.
Right back.
Benny Ben, what is up with you? How are you guys doing? Nice to see. What, there's 44 you guys hanging out with me tonight. Me and Truth, it is a Weed Nerd World. So if some of you guys want to pop in and say hello, of course it is an open meeting as usual. For those of you who have done your time, we are back to business as usual. Same old link, but it was fun hanging out with a lot of you guys that haven't done your episodes. It was fun to actually put it. It's always a blessing and an honor to be able to put a face with the name and a voice with the words, and super cool. Hopefully you guys felt comfortable enough to possibly do an episode in the future. I would love to hear your guys' story. And that would give you, of course, the permanent link to come hang out whenever you guys feel like it. So cheers to all you guys that popped on in 420. It was a pretty fucking awesome day. You know, I definitely seen the comment that being on the show, it's just the comments in general. You know, the fact that the stuff you guys say about the show is amazing, and I appreciate your guys' support every much as you guys appreciate the show. Just let that be known. I do, my gratitude is true and 100%. I appreciate you guys. Hell yeah. Damn phone, I didn't work almost all 420. I couldn't get on, damn it. Oh, that sucks. It would have been a pleasure to meet you. But you never know when the next time we'll do it again. It was nice to see you guys take it as an honor to be on the show. What's up, Jay Patrick? How you doing, my friend? It's a big old cat.
Oh, you can see him from over there.
Yeah.
They are getting chunky. They're really thick. Hey, Tino. Fino. No, I call him Butterball. Tino, Fino, and Puff Puff Tut Tut. I made up the Fino and Puff Puff part. Oh my God, I'm breathless. I just ran up the stairs. It's my ex's idea to get cats. 18-month relationship. 6 months in, let's get cats. Fuck it, why not? Now I've got cats. That's okay though. I like them.
They're there and he's not, so something good came out of it.
Yeah, no shit. Win-win.
Yeah, sometimes it's not such a bad trade-off.
Don't talk bad. I don't want to talk bad on any exes. I don't talk bad. Good person. Wish him the best. We had good times.
Six-way in chat. I'd love to have your Uncle Nate on again, man. That's what is that? His strawberry swirl was awesome.
Strawberry swirl.
Yeah, I guess what the last ones I was able to have, the Red Dragon Brothers, Las Vegas, Nate Lund. I'd like to have, yeah. Cool dude. Long time weed nerd. Yeah, sent me a bunch of his samples. Yeah.
Oh, nice. What's the swirl? What is? Do you remember what that is off the top of your head?
No, I am terrible about remembering them shits. Mainly because it's almost like the cell phone thing to me. Not so worried about what's in the strain as much as I am about cultivating it, the end product. Yeah. So when it goes into the entry book, it goes, what day I popped it, how many seeds were popped, the cultivar, who bred it out, and that starts the log right there if it's a first time run or a test seed. So other than that, I don't necessarily. But the sad thing about it is, like, this is what I do and what I love, and I don't put none of that to memory. Turn on a fucking song from my childhood or something like that, and I can tell you, I can sing every word. Shit, some of that shit, I'm like, man, I've got so much crap built up in the old memory bank, man.
Yeah, human mind can remember a lot. It's weird where you might just mind map it, just little triggers that take you back to that certain time, and then it opens that box where you've stored that little memory, and there it is. Because it's all stored there, you just can't access it all at the same time. Mind mapping is a technique they taught us in college. I did 3 years of law school, 2 years of joint master's of business in law, over the space of 8 years. And I did first year, like, technically I did first year like 2.5 times, second year twice, third year once. And they talk to you about mind mapping, because you have to think of like the legislation, who wrote it, what the ratio decidendi was, like the outcome, and then, you know, any supporting like legislation stuff. So you've got a lot of detail and you get points for everything you raise. So they talk to you about mind mapping, and it's literally a way of organizing topics in your brain and then storing pockets of information around it. So you can like basically store banks of information with just threads of association. It's pretty cool.
Northern Lights is pretty good.
Northern Lights, it is. Yeah. Now, isn't that, and that comes from up north somewhere, am I wrong? Isn't that like Amsterdam, or is it Northern UK even that Northern Lights comes from? Am I tripping? Does anyone know? Do you know?
I don't know.
I used to know.
I'm sure somebody in chat will be like, well.
I saw on a menu, it said sour apple indica. And I was like, sour apple indica? Really? So I was thinking sour diesel, and then something apple terp, and I was like, that just screams sativa. And then I looked at the cross, and it's Cinderella 99, and what was the other one? Cindy 99 and oh, give me a second. Oh shit. I had it on the tip of my tongue a second ago. Totally mind blank. Oh, I can't remember now. It'll come back to me in a minute or two. But I was like, how does that make apple? And it was 80% indica, 20% sativa. And there was no sour diesel in there. It must have been the nose, but the cross that it was with the Cinderella 99, I was really surprised that it created apple terps for it to be called that. Apple fritter though, that's an indica, right? Or is that 50?
I believe it's 50-50. Shredder says old guy from, I believe it's Hawaii, claims to be the breeder of Northern Lights. Greg something. Cheers to you, Shredder. What's up? Fuck the law, says Nico D. Man, it was cold as shit today. You get down like to 36 here. It fucking snowed today.
It snowed? Didn't you
Yeah.
have like summer weather a week ago?
Fuck yeah, we had like 80s. I was literally running in just shorts and shit last week. Completely sunburnt my head this week. I'm fucking in long johns and shit. You know, it's weird how just a little bit of that warm up, like, as like 2 weeks ago, I was used to the cold. You know what I mean? 50s, 45, 50 was like, yeah, this fucking heat wave and shit. It hit down to the 40s and shit today after that 80s and shit. And I'm like, oh, damn, it's cold. I don't like this shit. And 2 weeks ago, I was grateful for it. Damn, bitch.
It's been getting hot here. Summer's kicking in. I think it's going to be a hot summer. I think Canna Trooper said that on a show a while back too. He was vibing it was going to be a hot summer too. And it was a wet winter here. There was a lot of fires last summer. We needed that rain. But we had a lot of flooding, a lot of snow. I looked up the Northern Lights thing, Thai Afghani Cross, Seattle. They said it came from. I was surprised because I thought it was named after the Aurora Borealis, which goes over the North Atlantic there. And you see it in Scotland and you see it in Norway, just north of Amsterdam and stuff up there. So I thought that's where it originated from. Lots of cafes and stores are called Northern Lights up there.
You can see the Northern Lights occasionally where I'm at, but
Yeah.
the more north, the better. Yeah.
The Northern Hemisphere. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Alaska. You see the pictures of Alaska all green and purple. And yeah, seen that. It's beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen it in person, though. You can see it in Scotland, up in Orkney and Shetland Islands off the north coast.
First time I seen it, I was on mushrooms, and I thought I was like fucking.
Oh, nice. Yeah. What was it like? What colors did you see? What time of year was it?
There's flashes of green, and it was like winter.
Yeah, but like, was it like early? No, was it? Because I know it kicks in November, right? And then it goes to like, is it January? Yeah. Lasts a while, or it travels across the sky, or because you can see it for a few weeks or something, right? When
it's right around fucking the end of November, I think I would say.
That's when it hits. That's when it hits Scotland too. I've never been, but I know you can book tickets to trips up north. You know, plane tickets too. They take you up in the air. But I saw on the site that had the ticket, not guaranteed to see. I guess it's to do with clarity. If it's super foggy or cloudy, you don't see it up there in the sky or something. Like years ago, over 10 years ago, I remember looking at that online. I've never seen it.
Asked where is she from? Scotland.
Yeah. Dual citizenship though, because my dad's from California. My dad's from Orange County originally. So I got a British passport and an American passport. That's why my ass has been here for so long. I can go between the two. It's funny though, we speak the same language, we all speak English, but it's still very much a different country, you know? Different culture. Share similar art, you know, media and some history, but definitely a different country. It seems you went to like South Africa or Australia, right? Kind of got to remember you're in a different place. Come over here with like this thick Scottish accent, you know, just like wide-eyed, just loud as fuck. Like, Gotta remember you're in a different country. When you speak a different language, you I don't know, it reminds you that you're from a different place or no.
So when you speak another language like that and you come into some place like this or, you know, another location, does word meaning like, and do you find yourself to be like technical about word meaning when people say something because you're trying to understand the language? You're like, no, I thought maybe that meant something else.
Oh, well, I think I know what you mean. Like when I first came over, people used the word tight, like to mean something good, like, oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
But back home, if something's tight, that means, oh, you're in a tight fix. It means you're kind of in an awkward situation. And then, there's a few words, yeah, like just, or what, or lit, or like, yeah, there's definitely slang words that I just didn't get. Or like, let's, like things like let's dip. I was like, dip, you know? And then it's like, oh, that means just leave. That means we're just gonna go. And then eventually just it becomes kind of second nature. But that's when I was hanging around with, see, I think because I've always kind of like worked kind of entry-level jobs, had a lot of different jobs. But I used to skateboard a lot and I've always played guitar and stuff, and I've always smoked the weed. And never really had much of a relationship with my mom. Had an okay relationship with my dad. Definitely looked up to him a lot. Always kind of been one of the guys too. And always kind of worked a lot of entry-level jobs. I moved around so much, moved apartments so many times. There's like different rentals, different friends coming and going, and a lot of different cities and stuff. So like, I can't remember what we were talking about. Kind of went on a tangent. Yeah, so when I go somewhere new, you know, I have the entry-level job, and then the first kind of social levels I meet are like people who notice that I'm smoking weed, or people I end up skating with, or skating in the same spots at, or people that I meet through music. You know, if I'm jamming, or if I go to a place and I meet them through that. So most of my friends have been guys over the years, and guys that speak, I guess, a lot of slang. So I picked that up really quickly, and I think it must have been pretty silly, right? Because right now my Scottish friends think my accent's really Americanized. So think what I sounded like 8 years ago. Like, do you remember Jai's interview? How thick Jai's accent was? I used to talk like that. I've changed my accent a lot. I used to have a really thick accent. Like I pronounce my T's now. I used to say better.
The buffet.
Water. Needs a cup of water. Now I say water.
Still enjoy the buffet.
The buffet. What do you guys call it again? Buffet.
Buffet.
It is. I'm always going to call it a buffet. That's what it is to me.
Well, I like that way better because I always smoke down before I go to the buffet, so it could be a buffet. It's that kind of experience. Smoke down and throw down. That should be a thing right there. That could be the name of the fucking buffet, the smoke down and throw down.
That would be a good and all-you-can-eat restaurant, like close to like a little stoner spot. With like a nice outdoor place, nice park or something, nice vistas. You can like watch the sunrise or watch the sunset, and that would be cool. Imagine if you had like a little square with all like a courtyard with just each little spot doing its own thing, little weed Disneyland, all the little chill out spots in one place. Got a 420 themed little holiday resort with everything going on. That'd be nice. I'm stoned.
You'd kill a town like that, probably fucking a buffet. A smoker's lounge and all you can eat. Oh man.
24 hours, all you can eat buffet.
Oh, that place would be fucking packed always. The fucking town, the whole town weight would probably go up in like fucking a year. Everybody would probably weigh 20 pounds heavier.
They'd have to do something with the leftovers though. They'd have to like have a happy hour where like they discounted all the stuff that didn't sit on a hot plate for more than 12 hours.
Oh, I don't think anything in the fucking all you can smoke and fucking eat buffet. It's gonna sit there for 12 hours.
And all you can smoke place too. That's a good idea. Just pay like $1,000 on the door and then you're good all weekend to just like consume whatever the fuck you want.
It sounds dangerous. Even you could have like
that is dangerous. It wouldn't be feasible, I don't think. I'm not sure.
Medicated soft ice cream stand right there. People go up and get like a fucking some medicated ice cream, fucking cone and shit after the buffet. Just get tore up at the end. There'd be people passed out. You'd have to have like a fucking. They'd be back to the lounge area, have passed out and shit after dinner. That's probably unrelated, but the next step would be like a fucking it could be like a whole thing too. A fucking so you could smoke down, throw down, and then fucking go watch a movie in the theater before you fucking leave. Just make a day of it and shit.
You have the gym, you have like a sauna, jacuzzi, you have like CBD massages, you have like CBD bath bombs in the jacuzzi, like table service at the jacuzzi with like candy or like fruit and stuff, and then like you have like a drive-in, like one of those old school movies where you park the car and you like watch the movie. People could like bring you popcorn and joints and juice. There'd have to be a lot of rooms.
That'd be good for like the racquetball like setting. You know what I mean? The CBD massages, the juice bar and stuff like that.
Juice bar, oxygen bar.
You could have like the fucking gym, a racquetball club, like a health stoner thing. So you could have the food and that go on, and then you could have like the stoner gym / like racquetball club type thing where you could swim, all that good shit.
Karaoke bar, poker tables. Maybe like a casino, that would be cool.
Do you think the fucking
artificial ski slope, that would be fun?
Do you think the cannabis casino would make as much money as the fucking alcohol casino because people are less likely to make horrible decisions because they push the alcohol in the casino, free drinks and shit. So do you think people would be as loose with money and all that, the shit like that, if it was a, smoke and play type thing?
I don't know, but it would be funny as hell. People would like bet on stuff by accident or like put the wrong amount on stuff, leave their money behind. Be a hell of a fire hazard though. Might be a lot of money catching fire. I should be using chips in the casino. I don't know.
I don't even worry about the danger of shit like that anymore because as I was watching that fucking video earlier today and I was watching the fucker greedy motherfucker talk, there was another guy in the room talking about like cannabis and insurance. And he was like, business is good and shit. And I'm like, yeah. There's always someone like you that's willing to take that money. So I think, as far as like that goes, I think you could find somebody insured for risk and shit like that. No problem. And, I think the precautions, since nobody wants it to burn down, I think that'd be all right. I think
Maybe
it'd do
have
well.
some like on-site like safety people. They're not like security per se. They're not like cops. They're not like wardens. They're not cleaners. They're just like around to just like check everything's cool. They're on the level. That could open up to corruption though. Don't want that. I'm joking. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So like just keep an eye out and stuff. If someone's passing out in the corner with a blunt in their hand, they're about to set their girlfriend's hair on fire. You know, there's just people just like keeping an eye out. You know what I mean? You might need a little bit of that rather than it just be for a free for all, wait for shit to happen and then get shot. It'd be nice if they were just like, oh. But they wouldn't be like warded. You think of a name for them that make them sound like they're like the homies. Could dress them up all funny, put them in like fucking Barney the dinosaur fucking outfits or something, or I don't know, man. Dress them up as like cartoon characters or something, or give them like wild hair so people find them approachable. Would you find a giant Barney the dinosaur approachable?
Yeah, as long as it wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. Me and Chuck E. Cheese don't get along.
Would it be like a turd off? Is that a bad idea? Like massive animals? I'm not sure. Some kind of uniform or gimmick that made them seem like non-intimidating, like welcoming, like they were on the side. They could like hand out joints. They could have
You
little
know, it'd
golf
be
carts.
fun now. A circus, a stoner circus and shit. Imagine people walking around fucking smoking and fucking, like all that shit that gets sold and shit. Fucking a lot of that stuff you get suckered into buying anyway. Imagine if you're fucking high as fuck and fucking just wandering through there, how much circus crap would be sold.
What circus crap though? I mean, we're not talking about dancing bears and like chimps and like human
Oh
clothes.
yeah, people
Oh
fucking
no,
walking
no.
wires and shit.
Oh, the
Fuck yeah,
people.
fucking
A human circus, like trapeze artists and like flamethrowers.
yeah, the fucking dude riding the fucking motorcycle and the ball and all that good shit. Smoke. I mean, just literally,
Yeah.
just like a cannabis event rolls. Just fucking places
Cannabis,
thick,
cabaret.
thick as fuck with smoke and shit, man. It's usually pretty
Yeah.
smoky, or it used to be pretty smoky back in the day. I could be like, I think it'd be fun. I think, yeah, anything, but lots of things are fun. Why not?
I mean, basically just like a Disneyland, just a weed Disneyland for stoners to go to. Big hangout spot where you can blaze. Oh, you need a live music place too, karaoke bar,
Go karts.
24-hour live music spot, different genres, like every 4 hours it'd change up. You'd have like the easy jazz at night, have some nice like classical in the morning, go into like some ambient hip hop with some like electro house, take it into like some drum and bass, take it into like some dub and then some reggae, work around like some acoustic shit and then get into like some improv, like mod rock. Fuck, they need to change the genres up like once an hour. We make a killer playlist every day.
Dabs
did
and
like
bongs, fucking arcade. What do you think of that?
Dabs and Bongs arcade. So like Pac-Man, pass the ball. And then you could have the helper homies that to like pass the ball and clean the bowl for you. Clean, like make sure your dab rig's nice and clean so you can concentrate on your whatever you're doing, dancing or shooting people, whatever kind of game you like.
Maybe just even just a bar. And then like old school, like I'm thinking like old school, not like fucking like PlayStation. You got endless games. You got a fucking the old arcade style games and shit. Like they're all lined up around the place and shit.
Oh, some air hockey. That would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Massive pinball machines. Is there such a thing as a 2-player pinball machine? Is there such a thing as a 4-player pinball machine?
At once, I don't think so, but you can play multiple players on a pinball machine.
Just take turns.
Yeah.
Jai loves pinball.
I like pinball. Pinball's a lot of fun.
I used to be addicted to fantasy pinball when I was a kid on my dad's computer. Alt tab, tap, 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 space bar. Go, go, go. It's so fast. Like Tetris. You know when you get to level 9 on Tetris and it's just dropping. If you get more than 5 lines at the bottom of Tetris, level 9, you may as well just give up. It's going to pile up faster than you can see, man. You don't fuck around with that. It's so fast. You get to level 10, you feel fucking awesome. It's like you're on crack. Just like fucking keep going.
I used to play a fucking shit ton of like golf, computer golf.
PGA golf
Oh
tournament.
yeah.
DOS mode, L enter. And then they had that ski game. Did you ever play the ski game? There's like the guy going to Minesweeper.
I don't
Poker.
know.
The poker game. Windows free poker. Texas Hold'em, 5-card stud, 5-card draw.
I don't know how many fucking controllers I broke playing fucking. You wouldn't think it'd be like that fucking playing that golf too. Bad shot or something. Just perfect game.
I held it on for just a little bit too long.
Yeah.
And release. Watch the magic happen. The thrill.
They were good games. Race games. I used to like some race games.
I fucking so stoked. My dad got in because my dad worked from home. We had an office at home. My dad had 3 jobs, and one of them he has a future. He sells guitars and amplifiers. That's why I play guitar. My dad had me learn guitar real young. He sells guitars and amplifiers as a fireworks display company, Pyromancer Productions, really small, and he's a market research consultant. So he always had this computer stuff at home. And he got a new motherboard one year, and it came with a free steering wheel and V-Rally Racer game. And I'd hit the jackpot because usually the free games, I got Duke Nukem one time. I got the rally racing game one time. I got The Sims, Sim City. But the jackpot was the steering wheel and the rally racer game. That was so fun. Racing games were fun. I used to use the Subaru Impreza. It was my favorite one I used to drive with. It was in like, we're talking like 1990, 1996, 1997.
Wasted a lot of good time fucking on Road Rash. Remember the old Road Rash game? It was a motorcycle game. That was awesome. You could beat up other people as you passed by and fucking buy new bikes and shit. It's the first time I actually heard Kid Rock and Helmet was on there. There was a bunch of people that were on that used to sell their music to video games before they got famous. And Kid Rock was one of them. I actually heard by the time Devil Without a Cause came out, Kid Rock's first CD with Botted Woodwad. I knew that. Yeah. All that shit, Cowboy. I had already heard some of them tracks. It blew my mind. I'm like, I know these songs.
What age were you?
Fuck, what was that? Fuck, let's see here. That would have been, I was building the Harding Foundation. So, I would say that was right around 24. 24?
You were 24?
Yeah.
I was 13 the first time I got a mixed CD. Somebody, my friend Sarah, made me a compilation CD that had Kid Rock on it. Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, Marilyn Manson, Beastie Boys, Bloodhound Gang, Elastica.
I still rock out some Kid Rock. I still like Kid Rock.
Trucker's favorite. White Trash Trucker's favorite. Ugh. What a good show, though. I mean, I've never seen Kid Rock live, but
I have.
The crowd love him. The crowd love him. They know all the words, and it's just the whole time, and the energy just looks banging, and he's really into it. And those riffs are catchy as fuck.
Fuck yeah!
I like Rob Zombie more these days. You like Rob Zombie? Just that driving heavy metal beat.
White Zombie was good. Yeah, I enjoyed White Zombie.
No, Kid Rock. Rob Zombie, not White Zombie.
Well, same, really. It was frontman for White Zombie. I've never heard necessarily any of his independent music. Yeah,
I've only listened to him since he was Rob Zombie.
Yeah, White Zombie. Yeah, the White Zombie used to be the shit. Thunder Kiss 65 and all that shit. Hell yeah.
And you're losing me. You're losing me on that one.
Oh, you should check out some White Zombie if you've never heard them. That's some good shit. Really is.
Seen it around. I just figured it was a different gig from Rob Zombie. I didn't realize it was the same dude. I made that horror movie with his wife in it, the witchy one. I never watched that. You see that, the Rob Zombie movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was all good music here.
I was into the alt rock pretty majorly. I used to wear like black lipstick and Slipknot t-shirts when I was like 13 to 14. And I just got more into the skater style before I turned 15.
Can you see chat? What's up, Tam? Flippin' May says hi, Truth. 2420.
Oh, hey. Weed speaks the truth, man.
Black Sunshine was good. Yeah.
I remember in my little kind of rushed interview that I did, my episode with you, and you asked me in one of the questions, you said, what do you think it is that makes that funky profile, that funky terp profile? So I was talking about how I like the kind of offensive, the cheeses and the gases. And it always kind of stuck in my mind. And then I had this like epiphany moment like a month ago. And I was thinking, it's like, you know, when like I don't do this, but if you were to mix all the ingredients up in your refrigerator and shake it around and then just like open the door, it'd be just all those layers of funk. And it'd be kind of nasty. There'd be so much going on, you couldn't really differentiate, you know? And I kind of feel like that's maybe what's going on in weed. It's like the entourage of like terp profiles, little things like combining in different levels to make that particular smell or particulate, you know? And then you've got ones that have like the berry or whatever, and they're just more prominent in maybe one or two. And we're like, oh, that's the same as strawberry, or that's, you know, it just lights up the same parts, or the citrus, or the, you know? But I think the funk is when there's a cacophony going on and it's working together well. More of a symphony, not a cacophony. Yeah. That's why I think I like that stuff more. And also when I went to Masonics, they were taking dabs and I kind of felt like an amateur. I've taken a lot of dabs. I just preferred the flower, you know? And they were like, what do you want to smoke? And then they gave me a list and it was all fire, but it was all candy. It was like guava and watermelon and peach and apple, and it all sounded delicious, but I was like, where's the funk? I want the funk. And then they kind of looked around like, and I just felt like naive looking back, because I took a hit of this guava and I was like, no, the fruit. And I took a huge hit, a huge rip of this stuff, of this guava dab, and it was so good. It was so strong. It tasted beautiful. And I was like, this is awesome. I don't need to chase the gas with the dabs. Like this does the dab fix, you know? Normally, like when I've bought dabs in the past, I've had like, I've got the Mac 1, I've got the SFV. I had a face off, I had a lemon skunk. I've kind of tried to go for the funk rather than the candy profiles with the dabs. But with the dabs, when it's isolate like that anyway, and it's just going to hit you with the THC sledgehammer to the, you know, may as well go for the fruit terps. So I'm with the fruit on the dabs, but I think the funk with the weed all the way. I feel like it's just got more going on. I don't think it's one terp that makes the funk, you know?
Yeah, I agree. It's a few. It's everything working together.
Yeah.
Shredder 911 is asking if you can play anything. I'm assuming music.
Yeah, I got my guitar right here. I put your ringers. I just got this cheap Squire Strat. This is a fucking $100 guitar. I had an ESP GLTE. I sold that piece of shit though. It sounds like a toy. Looks like a Gibson. Look, not this. This is a fucking Strat. This is the Squire. I was gonna call it non-card. It's just a cheap Fender Squire. But the nice thing about cheap guitars is you can walk around. You can have them in your house. You can throw them in the corner. You can put them on the couch. You can let your buddy play it. You can take it to the fucking park if you want. If you have just one nice guitar, oh, don't put it down like that. Oh, I got to make sure it's in its stand. Oh, I got to clean it. Like, fuck. It's good to have two. You need one that's your best friend and one that's for the performances, you know, so. But this one's great. It plays so nice. I play guitar. I played piano in grade school for 4 years. and then switched to guitar in 7th grade. And then I had to take drums as a second instrument because I took music in high school. And you have to do compositions. You have to do like your own piece, and you have to demonstrate your ability to play a second instrument. And I wanted to do the percussion because the songs that I actually played for my guitar music exam. I played Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine and Chop Suey by System of a Down when I was 15. I got an A. And I was so fucking happy about that. I didn't have to play the solo. For Rage. I can still play it. So I played the drums for 2 years. My dad got me a Pearl Export jazz kit. Beautiful. So many snares. So many cymbals. Like 6 different ones. The crash and regular hi-hats, and then it's like all the dented one. I can't remember what you call it. Small, medium, large. I had 4 toms on it too. But my dad got it hella cheap, and it had been in storage for like 20 years. And he brings it to the house and he goes, well, here's your drum kit. I was like, all right. Smelled so bad, so dirty, it's filthy. And he gave me like these bottles of orange cleaner and some Q-tips and some paper towels. He says, well, how long do you think it's going to take you? I was like, fuck, I don't know. He says like a week. I was like, all right. Like every day after school, I was cleaning this drum kit, trying to get it all clean, I got it cleaned up, all the screws, all shiny, all polished, like every little corner was cleaned up. And then he set it up for me in the window of this room we had in the house called the music room. Had a piano in it, my dad's old vinyl, all his amps. Our house was full of amps. Always. My mom used to shout at him all the time for it, give him shit for having guys over, bringing more and more amps into the house. Like our halls were lined with them. He has a 1,000 to 10,000, I don't know. He's got a big ass, couple 1,000 square foot lockup now where he keeps all of his amps. And a few bands have like made music videos in there. They just line up the Marshall stacks, You got the cabs and the preamps, they'll line them up like a circle, and you take their pictures in front of them. Makes a bit of money doing that.
Fun growing up, rocking. Enjoy live music.
That was my life. It was my social life for years, especially when I used to drink. Yeah.
The bars now are so much different than they were when
Oh yeah. Well, we were getting into bars when we were 15. Well, 1 or 2 when we were 15. We were 16. We were every weekend. We were going to the bars. With these gay bars, they didn't check our ID. The gay bars were the loosest. When I was 16, spent New Year's in this gay bar. It's called CC Blooms. It used to be really trashy and sweaty and be like spilled drinks everywhere, and the walls would be like, but it was free entry and it was cheap and the music was good. The DJs were banging. It was usually just funky house and like disco remix stuff, We used to go there a lot every weekend. There was also this other gay bar, Ego, had a warm-up bar called the Outhouse, and this alley next to it, just at the top of this long street at the end of Princess Street in Edinburgh called Leith Walk. Leith is a section of Edinburgh that has its own personality, but that's a separate story. But an Ego, the warm-up bar, they had 2 big fish bowls filled with sticks of gum. So you'd go there for drinks beforehand. Everyone would be doing their lines, taking their pills. By the time you get into the club, everyone's chewing like, everyone's jaws are going like round and round and round. It's funny as hell. They stopped giving away that gum a few years later. It probably got everywhere, man. I'm giving away free gum in a bar. Gonna get on the seats, tables. When you run your hand under a bar and you feel all that dead gum under there. You ever done that? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fuel desk thing, all that.
Yeah.
Imagine in a bar that had
feeling too when you like, sorry.
Oh, I'm done.
It is a nasty feeling when you run your hand under a table and you feel like some gum or something.
I don't mind as long as it's not wet. It's not going to get on my jeans. But it's like, oh, that stuff is like caked on in there. But
so you have a couple of, is she going to play in chats? Shredder says, I tried to message you yesterday to jam yesterday, but it says I was blocked. Actually, that phone Sprint fucking shut my phone off yesterday in the middle of 4 fucking 20. And I was on air and couldn't fucking deal with it. But you, Fumi, and a few other people, same, said they tried to message, said that day.
I mean,
Nobody's blocked. It was fucking Sprint. That's all. I guess that's all I've tried to say. Oh, that's it.
I could play something, but I got these fake nails on. I've been getting my nails done since I stopped working in the kitchen, since I started just delivering. They're freaking long. I could cut them and play. I just got the electric, but
I would you cut them just to play.
Maybe someone else could come and talk to you while I set it up and I could play something.
Yeah, come on in. I've been waiting. There's a few people in there. Pals in the chat. There's a few people that could pop in. Might be. I've been waiting.
It's been just us this whole time. How long have we been talking?
About an hour and a half. Yeah, a little over an hour and a half. It's almost 3:30 now.
So what musical instruments do you play, Eagle?
I've tried to play the guitar at one point. When I was young, I tried to play the saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar a little bit on and off. I'm not gonna say I can play anything. My youngest daughter picked it up like nothing.
Oh yeah, when your daughter was really,
I was like cursed with the same curse. She's got small hands too, and I got terribly small hands. I just like. I got small hands. And so when I learned it, I tried to go to lessons when I was young. They were like, "Yeah, his hands are too fucking small."
I mean, I never had a guitar teacher tell me that. You just got to get that stretch. I can do 5 frets. I'm 5'3.5". I'm pretty sure you've got bigger hands than me, though.
Yeah, you do. What's up, Tal?
What's up, Eagle? Truth 420, and now Mikey D here too.
Yes.
What's up, Tal? What's up, Eagle? What's up, Truth?
Now we got a party.
We could be right on. All right. I'm gonna mute this and I'll get ready.
We was gonna let you talk, but since you said somebody had to come on so you could play, that's why we come on,
Okay, well, I'm gonna mute and I'll get myself. I'll set up and then I'll jam for you guys in a little bit. Give me some time though. I don't want to rush or I'll get nervous. So you guys chill. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, that's straight.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
What's up, guys?
Chilling.
Same old.
Been fucking knocked out. This Blue Mile got me wrecked, man. This is kind of creamy. I wasn't expecting that. It's kind of like a real chemical, but like creamy to it. It's really good. Bingus knocked it out with this. I think I like it.
Awesome. I missed Bingus today on the GML show.
I must have missed him too, because I just caught the end of the GML show, like right when they was about to give away the light or whatever.
I think he's gearing up to go. He's going. Where is he going? Somewhere.
He's going to get them stem cells or something.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I think it's coming up quick.
May, right? May or June. I thought it
okay. I thought it was even sooner than that. So yeah, that's not why he wasn't there.
Well, May's fucking right around the corner. He said a month. He was on the other day and he was a month. He was going to be gone. So maybe with that being said, maybe even been the beginning of June. Because he still had to get his passport and a few other things. And, comically, I'm glad not comically that he's getting it done, but comically, I think it's kind of funny that he got the full service package. They're going to take care of everything well down there. They're shooting some in the knees. Coming back a new man.
Dude, I saw this crazy IG post that's saying that if you drink dark cocoa like hot chocolate, but it's got to be that dark cacao.
The
Two
dark yucky
glasses,
stuff.
two glasses a day, your body will make stem cells, or somehow it increases your stem cells in your blood. What do you got there, Mikey? Oh, that's the Bingus.
Yeah.
Looks
What
nice
is
and
it?
dense.
Bingus Mile, Bingus
The
Blue.
Blue Mile.
The Blue Mile. Okay.
Yeah. I had one that was like chunky. This is it. It was like chunky.
Oh yeah, that looks dense, dude. That looks real
Yeah,
dense.
it is. It's like freaking just a rock. Just a
Right,
big,
right.
big chunky like nug.
Nice.
Yeah. But this
Put the
other one, it was
water.
more like one of those tall stack type, and it's just covered. You can't really see it real good with my phone, but it's covered in trikes. But they all pretty much got the same like that chemical like creaminess to them. It's really good.
Awesome.
Really good.
It looks good.
Yeah. Delicious. Luckily I woke up and the eagle come on. Because I was out.
I have the fucked up sleep schedule.
Yeah, mine's fucked up too, where I work third shift, like, and then the weekends when I'm off, it's like I'll try to get on the day schedule, but it just messes me up every time. Cause like I'll go back in Sunday night, but by Sunday, like I'm sleeping during the night, like Saturday night usually or something. I'll end up going to sleep like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and I'll get up at like 8 in the morning Sunday and be up all day, and then have to go work all night Sunday night.
Oh yeah, that's got to be rough.
Hell yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. It has its benefits. Like if I need to do something during the day on the weekdays, like I ain't got to use no time off to do it or anything.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I can just go do it.
My schedule's fucked up too. I fucking just sleep whenever I'm tired anymore.
Pretty much, yeah.
Seems to be a productive schedule though.
Hey,
Fucked up, but it's productive.
As long as you get done what you need to get done.
I'm looking forward to this rock out here.
Right?
Maybe she's gonna sing a lullaby.
I think she did say that she could play. What did she say? Barney or something. I know she was talking about Barney. She said she could play something like that.
I love you. You love me.
No, the Barney thing was we were talking about like a smoking lounge.
Oh,
Talking about like people kind of having somebody like come through and like check on people.
the friend in need.
Like a Barney figure.
The friend indeed.
Can you imagine that? You.
She comes on.
Oh
like,
my
suit.
God.
That would be hilarious.
Imagine that on about 4 grams
Boy,
of shrooms.
friends.
Yeah. I'll fucking lighten the fucking day for you and shit.
You know, there should be a stoner Barney that has a show. Let's do a dab, stoner friends.
You mean he wasn't a stoner?
Oh, he was, but they didn't show it.
You had to be a stoner to play that. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Well, the Teletubbies were all like, they were all heroin heads, right? A couple of them were pedophiles or something.
Yeah, I think they was all fucked up, wasn't they? Yeah, it's crazy. I never really watched that stuff. I was, I'm from a generation with Scooby Doo and stuff. My generation was Scooby Doo
all day. Oh, we'll be all fucked up in a Barney suit and shit.
My kids usually watch like Mickey Mouse and shit like that. They didn't watch much of that stuff, and I come from like, He-Man, the Scooby Doo era. Masters of the Universe, Thundercats and shit, G.I. Joe.
to any of that stuff, you go back and now and fucking watch and you look to see how many adult references.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You didn't catch when you was a kid. And
I think that's why we didn't even really need the adult talks, you know, like the birds and the bees and stuff, because it just automatically got programmed into us as kids.
Even like in the old Looney Tune cartoons and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Weird
the
shit.
Bugs Bunnies and shit like that. Yeah, they had all kinds of provocative stuff that you didn't realize until you got a little bit older. You're like, holy shit.
What you smoking on over there, Tal? Mr. Mike B.
The Blue Mile, man.
Oh,
For
yeah.
me.
I'm still smoking on an Amy's
Train
mom.
wreck. No.
No, Amy's mom.
Oh, okay. You was on that train wreck for a while.
Yeah, that train wreck by Blueberry.
Yeah.
I just transplanted the clones of that into some 1 gallon containers.
I just transplanted today everything into my tent. I got the strawberry starburst going in there, some blueberry butcher, both of those from Irie. And I've got that it's purple frost giant from Welcome to the Grove tent. And I've got them 2 re-veg clones off of Smiley's ice cream cake times Jack. My tent is packed right now. I don't know what it's going to look like when it flowers because it is fucking packed in veg. It's just going to look like a jungle. I was like, fuck it.
The more the better, unless
That's what I was thinking. I was like, shit, the more the better. I mean, they got room in between because, like, they were still in little pots and I put them in big pots. So, like, there's some space to grow in there in between, but they're definitely going to be packed by the time they fill out.
As long as you don't have no, PM or anything like that.
Yeah, and I got to watch them ones at Smiley's real close because that's the ones that hermed on me last time. But I'm thinking it was my fault for that light thing where I switched that light out and had it on for 24 hours.
Yeah, I had a plan go funky a long time ago where I switched it from different light.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with that one. When I switched them lights out, I think it fucked it up, made it herm out. So I'm just gonna I got them at the front of the tent right by the door. I'm gonna keep an eye on them and hopefully they run out smooth. They're looking good right now, but we'll see. And plus, I haven't even like filmed any of them or like checked any of them. You know what I mean? Like I haven't made sure they're all films yet or anything. So I might end up having to take a couple out or something. You never know. I might end up with 3 plants in there.
Don't mind me. I'm not here.
Wow.
Off the floor for my neighbors, and I actually set up my pedal, and I couldn't find my pick. So what you can do is you make one out of a credit card. You just cut the corner of a credit card and use a pick.
Hell yeah, that works.
Nice.
Yeah, I need to get this shit ready still. Just give me a second.
That's pretty cool.
I know I definitely got to get a AC down in there somehow. Some AC blowing in there because it's getting hot and it ain't even summertime yet and it's getting really hot in there where my tent is.
What do you consider really hot?
Well, it ain't real hot. Like they're survivable. It's like in the mid 80s to high 80s sometimes.
Yeah.
It's survivable, but like you don't really want it that hot when you flower. I mean,
right.
it can go through it, but I don't think it's going to produce the best flowers necessarily that way.
I don't think so either, because it's probably not one of those. If you're growing it indoors, it's not one of those.
I would say both outdoor and greenhouse reach those temperatures.
Yeah, I mean it's true, but
yeah, if you get the right plant in there, might be happy. Like I'm saying, like indoor plants usually don't have that kind of.
Yeah, because everybody usually has it climate controlled, you know.
Yeah. I mean, if it goes up there a couple of days, that's like out, you know, in nature, you know. But at the end of
Every day, though.
there you go.
What happened to her mic?
Yeah, something happened. It don't say you're muted.
Yeah. What happened?
My app. So what I've done is I recorded some chords on my loop station. Where's the camera on this bitch? In my loop station.
Yeah, playing a loop.
Well, I'm gonna solo over the top. I just put some bar chords down, and I'm just gonna improvise over the top and just jam out.
Right.
But you're saying you can't hear it? Wait.
We can hear it now.
What? You said you could hear it?
We stopped being able to hear it for a second, but then we can hear it now.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Give me a second. I got to pump this back up. I'm gonna put you sideways. All right. I just gotta go. It might be too bassy. Let me see. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, I'll just play. You guys can talk. Just talk, and I'll just mess around. I just made this up. I'm just fucking around right now. I think it'd be better than like sitting here trying to sing you a little ditty.
That's cool as shit though, that you know you can just make some stuff up and play the guitar like that. That's cool. I always wanted to learn to play the bass guitar, but I never picked it up.
Oh shit.
What are you smoking on, Eagle?
A little bit of Northern Lights is what I was smoking, and right now I'm kind of just fucking pretty good.
Can't go wrong with the Northern Lights.
Grown by a fellow weed nerd. It was good.
Hell yeah.
Man, I fucking literally like I was fucking starving or something, threw back a fucking 12 pack of fucking tacos today. Taco Bell taco, fucking whole party pack, fucking like nothing.
It's all that working out you do, man. It had your body hungry.
Some.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just like crave like meat, like protein or something, you know, like if I work a lot, you know, and if I'm doing a lot and don't eat a lot, like I'll start craving protein, you know, like I gotta eat, I gotta have some meat. I'll go get a freaking steak or something.
Been a minute since I had a good steak. I love it.
Yeah, usually when I get a steak too, I'll get like a filet mignon or something, grill that bitch up.
You know, they're all good cuts, all that, but man, for me, I love the fatty fucking flavor of that prime rib.
Yeah, or the ribeye.
But a ribeye, excuse me, a ribeye.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got that nice juicy freaking fat layer around it.
Yeah. Gotta eat hot too, because they get that like fatty gloss over when they get like cold.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Play something different. Let's see. Put some other chords then.
How was it? You guys are.
That sounds nice. Let's go with those ones. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. What happens when I'm nervous, guys? I wasn't expecting.
Don't be nervous. It's all
I
good.
know. I wasn't expecting to be playing on YouTube tonight, though.
Yeah, but you're just in front of a bunch of friends.
Oh, that's a really sweet thing to say. That's a nice thing to say.
You're in front of the weed nerd community. We're all just friends here.
Right.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do it one more time. There was a slight. It wasn't quite right. 1, 2, 3.
Still more talent than I've got. You know what I'm saying? I used to be able to play like one Simple Truth song and one Nirvana song. That was it.
I can. Oh wait. Yeah.
Like Come As You Are. Like I could play that. Then what was the Simple Truth song? I can't even remember the Simple Truth song.
That was like some Nirvana.
Yep.
What is it? I don't know. And then they had Heart-Shaped Box too. This is like a long time ago. I used to know these songs. So I was like, I used to love this shit when I was like a teenager.
Hell yeah.
I try and make up stuff as I go. I just kind of like playing along with stuff.
Hell yeah. Bom, 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 bom. Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Wayne.
Mike is missing certain notes.
It's cutting us out, ain't
You're saying you can't hear it again?
it? Well, you'll cut in and out for some reason. Whenever you're playing, it cuts in and out.
Zoom filter. You gotta just turn down the zoom filter.
What's the zoom filter? What is that?
Well, if you're on your laptop, right? Or
No,
phone.
I'm on my iPad. I'm on my iPad right now.
And you can go into sound. I don't know if you can do it right now, but you can go in and set the filter on what it blocks out.
Oh, block stuff out. That's lame. So it's cutting out when it hits like the low tones or the high tones or something. It's just
Yeah, it'll start cutting out when you start getting into it. Like we'll hear it for a few notes and then it'll cut out.
Yeah.
Then it'll
See,
come
this
back.
is why we have sound check. This is why we have sound check. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. It sounds good what we can hear of it.
Do you want me to just keep messing around, or do you want me to? Is it cutting out the high or the low? Because I can turn down the bass or up the treble. I can change it. Is it clipping the low end or the high end? Which one?
It's
all
just
of it.
Yeah, just all of it's cutting out.
Oh, that's
It'll
lame as
cut out.
fuck. I wonder if it's just too. I wonder if it's just too much for it. You know,
It might be too loud. I don't know.
You can try like tapping your phone and going into your Zoom settings, into the audio settings, but I can't
I can't find them on my.
On the phone. Yeah, I don't know about the phone.
Everybody. Just let it play. Mute everybody.
Yeah, I'll mute. See if it stays.
No, I could go on my phone. You want me to go on my phone or my computer?
Maybe we do. Maybe we need a mute, like you say. Maybe we need a mute so it ain't like got
okay.
feedback or something. Y'all want to try to mute and see if she can play and see if it'll work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, definitely feeling on the spot now. Let me put this up.
No pressure.
See what we're gonna play. Maybe not that one. Let me think. One sec, guys. I think I know which one I want to play. I just got to take it out of drop D because heart shape box is in drop D. Tune down the E. How's that sounding? Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the high notes. That's what cuts out.
The other ones. too.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Those are just some pretty chords.
It sounds good though. It's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm sure everybody's appreciating this.
Play something a bit more intricate if I put some chords down. play over the top.
Best comment so far is Mike can't handle her vibes.
Mike can handle it. Is it still cutting out? That sucks. Maybe I could come back play some more another time. Maybe me and Eagle, we could set it up some kind of like background. I could just play some stuff in the background sometime whilst you guys talk, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it sounded awesome. Just we missed some notes. You could tell we were missing. Yeah, but it was awesome.
Yeah, I think you two was missing more than we was.
I'm gonna be like, did you hear more than you missed, or did you miss more than you heard?
Oh yeah, we heard most of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we heard most of it. It was awesome.
We did at least. I don't know about YouTube, but we did hear. I don't know how much YouTube could hear.
Yeah.
It sounded good here though. Like I say, we missed a few before, but it's good.
Oh fuck! I haven't played this in fucking years. I need hella distortion for this shit. Fucking Tom Morello and fucking those pedals. I got nothing. Classic. I might be taking this too far. I'm probably taking this too far.
Kill it in the name of.
Oh fuck. I'm too nervous for this shit. I should practice and then come play some like random classic rock or something, or I don't know. And if this is clipping, I think this is going to be the end of tonight's live performance, and then maybe we can come back when it's a bit more organized or something. I was starting to enjoy that though. I was starting to rock out a little bit. But music's good. More music is good. You got Stony too. Stony makes the music, and
Chad's loving it.
Yeah, thanks.
It's Chad.
That was awesome.
It's kind of embarrassing, but fuck it. It's good to create stuff, right? If you can do it, everyone should do it more. Why not?
Hell yeah.
I can tell you were starting to get into it.
I was starting to feel it. I hadn't played that stuff in so long because right now what I normally do is I just record chords and then and then I solo stuff over the top. But playing actual songs from memory and trying to get this amp right with no effects on it over a mic and stuff, it's just as a pro workman that blames his tools, but fuck it. Art's good, my music's good. I do actually,
yeah. That's awesome. I thought I seen you post about being in a band or something. It looked like you was up there singing.
Yeah, the first band I was in, it wasn't really a band. I was 14. It was called Milkweed, and we'd meet up every weekend in the studio called Color Sand. Now, they're still the same company that owns it in Edinburgh. It used to be in this part of town, the Colton Studios, this converted old dungeon part of Edinburgh, and they used to let us drink in there, smoke in there. They didn't care. Bunch of 14-year-old kids. Sometimes there'd be like 15 of us in there at a time.
Drinking, smoking, and jamming vodka,
out. Smoking hash, and oh god, all we could play was Smells Like Teen Spirit. And obviously I was learning a bit of Killing the Name for that because I was 14 when I was in this band. This is when I was skateboarding too, and I was trying to do an ollie, and my best friend Nadine, she pushed me off, and she broke my finger. She fucked on my left hand, this finger on my left hand, 3 months before music exam. What was it? They said it was anyway, I'm diverging. They said it was a fracture. Well, they said it was a dislocation because my finger was at 90 degrees. It was literally like that.
Oh.
And we were making jokes in the waiting room. There was like a bunch of us in the waiting room, and we were all like giving each other peace signs and stuff, but my fingers were like off halfway. We were all cracking up. And then this doctor comes in, gives me a couple injections, starts wriggling my finger like that. And he's waiting for a click, but the click never comes. And they get another doctor in, starts wiggling my finger like this, and click never comes. They get another doctor in, more injections, and it doesn't come. And I'm like, fuck. And I can just feel my finger grinding whilst they're doing this. It was, in my mind, it wasn't a dislocation. In my mind, it got smashed, because it's still weird around there. But it healed up in time.
I kind of done that to my pinky. Like I fell on my pinky and it kind of smashed it. And like I tried pulling it out, like you say, and feel that pop or whatever to pop it back in, but I never could get it. And like it's healed up a little bit, but like if I hit it now, like a certain way, it'll just shoot pain back through it.
Yeah, those repeat bone injuries suck. Like my kneecaps are, like if I hit my knees off a corner, because I never wore knee pads or not, I just went straight to street when I was skating. I used it as transport, you know. So if I hit my kneecap off the corner of a table, like it burns. Like it used to, you could walk it off after a few seconds, you know, but it lingers. Like that pain just stays right in there for like over a minute.
Yeah, the older you get, the worse it is.
So that band was called Milkweed, and then when I was 18, I was in a band called Scrap Brain, and in Milkweed I played guitar, and Scrap Brain I just sang, and then that was a 3-piece. There was Mike on synth, Mike Hall. He did this thing where he made his dad made websites. We got his dad to make him a website that made him look like a journalist. He wasn't a journalist. So he got backstage passes to all these festivals, and he just write reviews on this like little website that no one really looked at. And I think he might have ended up being a journalist, but he got all these tickets to all the shows, just like he just got free tickets to all the shows. And he played bass and synthesizer. And then Stuart McLaughlin, I'm still friends with, he played drums. It was just us and just that. We had a song called, oh my God, we had a song called In Love with the Stripper. I still remember the lyrics. He goes, I came to meet you and I knew it would defeat you. I'll eat you, so let me complete you. Essentially was treat you while I beat you up, deceive you while I blow you love, and all of the above. So dip those high heels. It was just so stupid. It was like electro pop, just like in your face.
Sounds like some punk or something.
It was like, it was. I mean, all your first bands are, because if you can't play better, play louder, you know.
Yeah.
We actually used to say that.
Play louder and harder.
And then after Scrap Brain, was it the Seafield Foxes after that? Then I was in this girl band, this 4-piece girl band called the Seafield Foxes. And I played bass in that band. Singer, drummer, bass, and guitar. And
so how many instruments do you play all together?
I mean, I just play guitar and sing, but I just make it on my laptop now. I record like the bass line, then I'll put the chords over the top, then I play a bit of the guitar, and then I just do automatic drum. I get the robots to make up the drum loops to my music, and then I tweak them the way I want, and I add little accents in. But right now I just play guitar. I can sit down on piano and play like some stuff I've made up, and I can play like a few drum beats. I can play Dull Like a Buzz Buzz by Viola Vanson on the drums, and Now I Want to Be Your Dog by Iggy Pop. Just over and over and over again. That's so really fun to play.
When's your first album gonna be out on Apple Music?
Oh fuck. When I'm able to like take any amount of time off work. Like actually like sit down and spend some time doing that. When I organize myself, when I get other stuff done. When I'm a ganja growing boss and I can do what the fuck I want. That's the plan.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening.
Everybody's got to have a dream.
Right.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you playing for us.
Anytime. I'm sure there's lots of like closet guitarists in chat that would be down to maybe play a few in the corner. Maybe I've popped maybe I broke the ice. I'm gonna say pop the cherry. Maybe some other people come on and just jam. Maybe if we can get it going so it's like you can hear my stuff as if it was like just lower than conversational tone, and we could put a little box of that in the corner. That would be a nice little hotspot. Like say if you did have somebody that played something in chat, be like, okay, just hop on. I don't know. You know what I mean though? A little bit of background music might be a nice thing to have. I don't know how easy that is to do on Zoom though. Sounds like it's kind of complicated. But
well, you know, Eagle's always playing music while he's talking to everybody, you know, if nobody's with him.
Yeah, but that's through like he's playing like audio files on his computer with his mic. It's not like I'm playing through this little Roland Cube amp.
Yeah, and live.
So the size of the speaker, the sound just going all over the, and it's just picking up and then it's just getting too much of whatever it picks up first, and it's not getting.
Yeah, you need to like have a mic plugged into the whatever device you're on or something.
Yeah, I actually have that. I have an audio interface that's how I
Maybe plug into your computer.
Yeah, that's what I do. I have a Mac that I record my music on. That's what I do.
Yeah, when you want to play for it, that's what you have to do, right? Yeah,
exactly.
But that was still awesome.
I should have done that. I should have thought to do that from the beginning.
It's all good.
Right on.
Now you know. Next time, now you know.
Yeah, I'll like prepare something too. I can just bank down some chords that I like and just flow over something.
Hell yeah.
You know, I could play many, many instruments as well.
Can you tell?
Yeah, nobody would want to listen, but I could play them.
You don't have any talent, but you can play it bang on.
Yeah, man, I can sing and dance too. Nobody would want to watch or listen to that either, but I can do it.
More cowbell. More cowbell.
They say beans are a musical fruit.
Playing the radio, that's what I do good.
Hell yeah.
Mixmaster Tao, DJ Tao, prepping the reggae. What tunes would you play, DJ Tao? If we hired you for Eagle's Weed event and you were the DJ, and you had a 6-hour DJ set from like night to from sunset to midnight, what would you play? What would you put down for us, DJ?
The Fast and the Furious soundtrack.
No, it would be mostly reggae, and then a ton of other cannabis tunes tossed in.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I have a couple playlists like with tune like real redneck hillbilly tunes talking about growing marijuana in Kentucky.
Hell yeah!
A couple of other country songs that are cannabis.
You heard that Wild Weed Flower song then, Tal?
I think I have.
Where it's talking about his brother on top of the windmill or something?
Oh, maybe not.
It's called Wild Weed Flower.
I'll have to check it. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah. That's old, right?
Yeah, it's older stuff. I think it's Tom T. Hall.
Yeah, I heard it. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that in the playlist though. But
well, you talking like
and old songs too, like Cab Calloway. He's got a couple reefer tunes. I'd throw them in there at the Weed Nerd World party.
Hell yeah.
And like Tone Low, couple the obvious Snoop Dogg, some of that. Who else has some good
Angie Stone
at that joint? My friend.
Angie Stone, 666 Mafia, Devin the Dude.
Yeah, there's tons.
Are we just naming random artists, or were we going for a specific genre?
Like weed songs, cannabis.
Just cannabis tunes.
Oh, you definitely have to put some "Cause I Got High" in there then.
Cause I got high. Dude, he's fucked up. Did you see when he knocked out that chick that came on stage? Oh, dude. He's an animal.
I think he's in a lawsuit for like filming the cops when they raided him or something.
Yeah, they raided him and he took the footage from his
from the raid and made a video or something.
Yep, that was funny.
Yeah, they're trying to sue him for it.
I don't see the harm. You come raid my house, you're on my tape. Well, that's your bad. My problem.
Hey, that's the way I see it too. Like
you're
on my, you're raiding me. I'm video, and you're that's my video.
You should be allowed to have like a record of what actually happened. I mean,
yeah, but they're saying that he wasn't allowed to use it to make a video.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, got it. Yeah, no. That's like police property or something.
Well, it was his property until he decided to make a music video or something of it, I guess. I don't know what kind of video he made. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he made a music video, yep.
So they're like, they're mad at him about making a music video with them raiding him or something. But I still think it's his right to do it because, you should be allowed to video the police. no matter what the situation is. And you know, that's
especially with
But it's
ripping your house
evidence
apart.
trial, though.
yeah.
If it's a part of evidence, then it's like not public domain at that point, public property at that point, right?
Yeah, but it's his domain, so why shouldn't he be able to use the video
his
from his
first
domain?
In a music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck hell. What's the dirt? Is he doing it anyway?
We already did it, right?
I don't even know who we're talking about. I'm all spaced out right now. It's Bud. I was about to
I can't
ask
think
Tad.
of his name. The dude that sings Because I Got High. What's his name, Tal?
Afro Man.
Afro Man.
Yeah, Afro
check
Man.
out- I'm gonna put the clip in chat. Check that shit out, dude.
He plays in Humboldt. He played in Humboldt recently. Afro Man.
Yeah, he
think he
does
just
all
played
kinds of weed events
Vancouver.
and stuff.
He just played Vancouver 420, I think.
I mean, does he release new music or does he just play that one song over and over again?
That's what he's famous for, but I'm pretty sure he does other music. I know I've seen him with some newer
Dude.
artists in videos and, you know, newer songs.
Do you guys listen to the Grateful Dead? You dead?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bud totally got me into those guys. It was a
Bud
different
got-
flavor at first, but listening to those opened my ears up to these other few bands that I got really into. Widespread Panic
Yeah, Widespread Panic's good.
and the Ramsey Lewis Butler Trio.
Yeah.
After listening to this Grateful Dead music on Bud's recommendation, I wouldn't say I can't do the vocals. But some of the music and some of the hooks, some of the tracks are catchy. And now that like it's got memories attached to it, the songs are like building more meaning. And I can see myself in 10 years being super nostalgic about a lot of the tracks. But really I like Widespread Panic, and it just opened me up to these other like jazzy improv bands like the Ramsey Lewis Butler Trio.
Wait
You
a
should
second.
check out
Summer
you
and
should
the
check out
In-Crowd.
Morphine.
So good.
You ever heard of
you
Morphine?
didn't know the Dead. How long did you meet Bud ago? How long ago did you meet Bud?
I met Bud on. He's right here. That's why I'm talking about him too, because I know he's been out listening.
Cheers,
to
Bud.
He saw Lewis
Yo.
Nelson.
That's
Yeah.
But you didn't know
Yeah,
about the
I
Dead
saw
before you met
movies
Bud?
late at night.
Well, I
I
knew
saw-
about the band, but I never went out of my way to listen to him. I listened to them before, and I'm like, oh, they're kind of like country. It's kind of old man music. See, that's the thing. Like, I was a lot of music that people I was hanging out with were like, how can you not like that? And I was like, it just sounds like dad rock to me, you know, like I went straight into new metal from grunge. A lot of people went through this old metal phase. They went through Metallica and Maiden and Sabbath and Pantera and Sepultura and Slayer, and they went through these kind of, but to me it's just such masculine music. I just went straight into the kind of the new metal stuff. And then Grateful Dead, it's got that country tone. I wasn't raised around country music, some Scottish folk, but the more I listened to it, Bud would send me these recommendations, I listened to it, and now it's opened a whole world of flavor up to me now. Like I can appreciate Billy Strings now. I can appreciate even just what's Stevie Nicks' band? Stevie Nicks. You don't love me now. You can never. Fleetwood Mac. Like,
Fleetwood
kind of
Mac.
stuff. I got given the Rumors album on CD when I was 15, and I just couldn't handle it. But now it's like I want to sing along, you know, and it moves me. But
Man,
it's like,
I tried to listen to that Billy Strings, and that's like way too country. Even from this,
I love Billy Strings. See, that's the thing.
I don't know how
I
he gets
couldn't be
country from
into
the
it, but
Dead.
now I like that. It's good. That boy
You
can
think
play
Billy
fast.
Strings is country, then you're missing what Billy Strings. He's jam grass.
Or the Dead.
okay,
Jazz
there you
What do
go.
you guys call
Bluegrass,
Mumford and
country,
Sons?
whatever that
What do
category
you call
is.
Mumford and Sons? But
Some-
what kind of music is Mumford and Sons?
Not good in my opinion.
Not good.
Oh, that genre. Everyone's favorite. Not good playlist. Now is a great time for not good playlist.
Okay, worst song. What's the worst song ever?
Something
Oh.
nobody's heard, probably.
Well, the one you heard, obviously, right? Is one that
The
you
worst
just
song that gets
straight up.
radio play.
If you heard it, you'd be pissed off. If
Oh,
there is
dude.
one for you.
I don't think anything pisses me off, but I used to hate that
Oh,
fucking
dude.
Barbie song and shit like that. I'm not
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
there you
pop.
go.
A couple
Aqua,
Elton
Barbie
John
Girl.
songs I got to change if he
I
comes
hate
on.
pop.
Couple Elton John songs I can't deal with.
I used to really dislike Phil Collins. I just couldn't handle that 80s snare,
The air of the night or whatever the fuck it is.
Reverb. I can hear it calling it. I just can't. But I tell you
listen
what.
to old Genesis, man. Home by the Sea.
Oh no.
Mine would be that.
No.
What's that Patio Lantern song? Kim Mitchell? That song just fucking sends me over to the fucking loop, man.
What is it? What is it?
Patio Lanterns by Kim Mitchell. I'm not even gonna sing it, man. It'll just set the whole mood back.
Well, I guess I'm not missing nothing.
Patio Lanterns by Kim Mitchell. Yeah. Oh yeah, look it up.
Song comes
on. I don't record day.
I don't care where I am.
I don't care where I am. Tower, your playlist on Spotify? You said you made playlists. Are they on Apple, Spotify, or are they like private ones that you make for yourselves?
There's some that I think they're public on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Under the American one?
Yeah.
Right on.
I'll get you
yeah, I just want to let all the weed nerds know that
Do
there's
any of you guys know who Lou Adler is? He's like
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Beach Boys, Carole King, Neil Young. So the night he's 91 years old.
Holy fuck.
He was sitting behind me at the Neil Young show, Willie and Neil tonight. And then at the end of the night, he starts talking to me because we were smoking weed. He's like, "Oh, that was some really good weed." I'm like, "Oh, you smoke weed?" He says, "Oh, I love weed." And I go to give him a couple of joints, and I think it might have been his grandson, like his handler, like stepped between us and was like, "Oh, no, Blue don't smoke anymore." Like, cause he's not. Let him have it. When I offered him some weed,
no joint.
When I offered him the weed, he was like, "I'm ready to take it."
I bet he was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm ready to party, bro."
He's like, "I'm about to get high."
That's right. Good job. You probably made his year.
Sitting next to I was. My seats were like in front of. Well, actually, they weren't really my seats. You know who Rick Rubin is? He's a producer guy. Yeah. He left the show in the beginning. So he said we could take his seats. But I was in front of Daryl Hannah. She's Neil Young's wife. And yeah,
dude, she got old, right?
Joe Walsh, Stephen Stills, Willie.
Oh no, that was Dave Crosby.
Was playing tonight. It was epic. And I'm in the middle of, I'm at another music festival in Ventura that started on Wednesday. Where I'm on my way back, but Phil played there tonight. But yeah, I couldn't miss Neil. It's the first time Neil's played public since before COVID. So it was epic. Yeah. So now my hotel's up in Ventura. So tomorrow's the last day of that festival, but the music there just ended, so the party's still going. It's a camp out at the beach called Skull and Roses. I'm headed back to the festival.
Did you see Bill Walton?
Oh, he's probably up at Skull and Roses.
Yeah.
At night.
Post on the IG.
Phil playing tonight. I missed Phil, but.
Oh, okay. You're a different spot now.
I couldn't say no to Neil and Willie.
How was it? Are they still alive or they half dead?
Willie was in real good form tonight. Sometimes, like next week is his 90th birthday at Hollywood Bowl, 2 nights, and you can pull up the lineup. It's called Willie 90.
My grandpa lived to be 99, and he played jazz bass, and he had to stop playing at 86.
Oh,
he played jazz bass. He played jazz bass in the Long Beach Philharmonic Orchestra for 25 years.
Nice.
And but his hands were like this, and he had this hunchback.
Getting arthritic.
Playing the strings like that, and he couldn't play. But he was losing it, man. Just picturing like a 90-year-old dude. Like, I guess they've been doing the same thing for so long. It's just like second nature to him, right?
Yeah.
It's just they just keep doing. That's probably what keeps them going. I guess that's part of their actual routine at that point. Right. That's probably yeah. Now I think about it, because you need that routine when you're older. You need that something to keep you going.
Yeah,
You need
because
to
when they
do
take it
as much
away
as
from you, that's
can.
when you
Keep
die.
doing your thing, you know. Try and
Yeah.
write that.
If you know the bassist named Ron Carter, he's a stand-up jazz bass. I think he just turned 89 and he's still
rocking.
Yeah,
Hell.
but he played jazz.
My grandpa lived 99. He passed at 99 years old.
Phil Lesh is doing these two shows like tonight, tomorrow. He's 83 or 84. He just turned 84. Grateful, and he played Grateful Dead for all those years, and yeah, has a liver transplant for 23 years and all this stuff. He still rocks.
He can still
not as much, but he only does a few shows a year.
How old is Bob Weir?
78.
It's only 78.
Yeah, well, when he was in the official Grateful Dead, he was 15 years old. Like,
ooh, holy shit!
When he was 14, he signed up to take guitar lessons from Jerry Garcia, and the next thing you know, they formed the Grateful Dead. Well, it was called the Warlocks that became the Grateful Dead, but he was 15.
He was only 15.
Yeah.
Just like the Arctic Monkeys' first album, they were 15.
That's crazy. 15 and it hasn't stopped, and he's 80 and he's 78.
Yeah.
But those guys have like 15 years on him. I feel like he might be. I remember when I went to see him play, and he was doing great, but you know, there was a point where he had to take that break because it was just getting a little bit too much for him at a point, you know? Had he just been touring a long time, do you think, at that point? Maybe it was like the end of a long
Bob Dylan, a certain amount of musicians, they did it so long, that's all they know. Like they're gonna do it till they can't because they're used to the road. They love the road. It ain't even about money, and they got plenty of money, but that's all they know. And like even Phil, why he says if he doesn't play like so often, then his hands will get stiff and his arthritis will set in. So yeah, I guess you got to just keep doing it if you're going to do it.
There's a Scottish pop star called Edwyn Collins, and he had a few hits in the late 90s. One of them was called Never Met a Girl Like You Before. Super simple, super awesome bass line, just basic, just killer, just super sexy, loads of reverb on the lyrics, nice like bluesy guitar solo lick in there stuff. He had a stroke and he lost so much of his memory and he lost the ability to make music, but he still does it. He has the studio. He says, he can't remember stuff about his wife. He can't remember stuff about his life. He can only write really basic lyrics like, it's a rainy day, I miss you, I love you, you drive me crazy, baby, la la la. But he has this little studio in this hilltop. He walks with a cane because of the stroke too. And he climbs this long hilltop walk with his dog. Like every day he goes to his studio and he makes some music. Goes back home and that's his thing. Every day, that's what keeps him going. Like even though he knows that the stuff he's making is like nothing compared to what he was making before. It's like, that's his life. That's what he was made to do. And he's going to do it no matter what, you know? I respect that shit.
Well, maybe you don't know, but there's an old guy named Ramblin' Jack Elliott. He's 93. He's more like a folky country guy. Yeah, just last month, his longtime business manager for like 40 years, somehow it came out that, like all the money, he wasn't the richest guy, but he had, enough money. Oh no, the business manager ripped him off for all of his money. And then tomorrow, Bob Weir, I forget the guy's name, but he's some like tech billionaire in Marin County, is throwing it's $5,000 a plate dinner, where Bobby's also going to play music, but to raise money for Rambo and Jack.
Who you bringing, buddy?
No, my friend Liz got invited, and she has to fly out at like 8 a.m. Because like even last night, like when we came down to LA, left the other show to just hang out in the parking lot at the Fish concert, because Fish is at the Hollywood Bowl 3 nights. They end tomorrow, and it was that big shakedown. Yeah, that's LA, SoCal. Yeah, the next month is like music, like so many shows. Willie's 90th, and the Billy Strings is in town. The Dead are in town, and a bunch of shit. Yeah.
Feels like there's a lot of music here too this summer, like more than the last couple of years, I think. And people are moving around more since COVID, right?
Some of the musical contracts that were COVID related, that
COVID, yeah.
COVID totally over, like totally, like bands were still having to like test and go through all this stuff and sign crazy insurance policies and pay crazy insurance. And now they lifted that. Like the insurance is still a little higher than it was pre-COVID, because you know you have to insure the event in case of whatever, in case they cancel it. So during the COVID time when there were shows, oh yeah, they were charging a lot.
Tech 9 played here on April 19th, Tech 9, and then they had Israel Vibrations were in town too. Alberosi is playing next month.
Israel Vibration, they're killer. They've been around forever. They're like OG reggae.
Oh yeah.
I've not seen them, but people were really excited about them playing. There were some really good people at the Mateel Center too. That GW Smoke Break, we're over there in Redway. That's just 50 miles inland from me. I was gonna go check it out, but I had to make that money to get my car at the mechanic on Friday morning. I couldn't. I just worked and then watched the Eagle show and then hung out for a minute at that disco spot. Yeah, but there's a lot of good reggae this summer. Sorry, Tim.
No worry. All them reggae artists are getting old, man. You know, we gotta catch them while you can.
New ones.
No, I know, but like
you should pull up the Widespread Panic dates.
The generation's about to drop off a little bit.
Playing 2 shows later. I don't know what month, maybe June or July, at Napa in Sonoma. They do it every year. It's at the
Reggae on the River.
No, it's in Napa, but Widespread Panic is playing. That's their only California dates this summer.
Ooh, Widespread Panic.
If Don Carlos plays near you,
that would be fun.
Check out him.
Yeah.
But they don't come around to the East Coast.
Widespread finished 5-night run, 5 nights in Austin, Texas.
5 nights in a row.
They took 420 off. I thought that was weird. Billy Strings played 420 in Tampa, and then at one point in the show, he put his guitar down and the band did a song and he smoked a big joint. That was like,
yeah. Didn't he smoke a joint on that video that Eagle made of the Billy Strings concert? Remember there was some weed smoke going on.
He's always smoking, yeah.
A lot of times he smoked it in prohibition states, getting fun.
That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
But the venue go with it. The venue do seem to go with it. It just depends on the artist, right? Like that blew my mind too the first time I was at a concert.
History, the Ryman in Nashville, Tennessee, it's like this old country theater that has all these, like if you cuss from the stage, there's a jar, the tip jar you're supposed to put money in, and it goes back like 100-year tradition, and it's super like country music traditional. But when Billy Strings played there last month, yeah, he was smoking weed on stage at the Ryman, which is like, that's making a big statement there.
Texas, no shit.
A lot of artists play there, but they have all these rules. Like,
They're gonna let anyone know it'll be the white boy making country music that gets to smoke some of that reefer, right? Maybe not.
Yeah. You can get as drunk as you want, but no, you can't smoke reefer. No, it's changed now, but like the old school traditional country guys, no, they were anti-weed. Except for Willie.
Does he have his own strain of weed? Is there like a Willie Nelson weed? Doesn't his daughter?
He has a brand called Willie's Reserve. And it's pretty much garbage from Colorado, but it's a brand.
It's pretty much garbage. That's hilarious. I've saw a lot of stuff online. Well, not a lot, a few things online lately. How it's like, you know, they'll say like a rap artist will be like, "This is my weed," whatever, and it's just some random ranch that they're like, "Let me put my name on that so I can have my name on a product." You know, I smoked some of that Garcia weed. That Jerry Garcia weed was good. It had sour bubble OG. That was good, but I think they stopped. I think they went out of business.
They just moved out of California, which was a big thing because the daughter, everybody lives in California. California was where they were incorporated, but just due to the regulation and everything else, they stopped. They're still a company nationally, but they no longer operate in California, which was sad. That like the Jerry Garcia brand. Which I know one of the guys that grows, because like that's not indoor weed. It's all organic greenhouse weed. But it's pretty good for organic greenhouse. And the jars are pretty nice.
Yeah. I made an ashtray whenever.
Like anything, those brands, like they might start off trying to produce good weed, but the nature of the beast is they just end up putting out is
bottom dollar.
Yeah.
Got to make the money to keep the business going.
I smoked some of that Tyson Ranch weed, the Mike Tyson weed. I smoked the Toad and the Tad.
I heard that his place, as far as celebrities, actually puts out some decent weed, and then the other celebrity that actually, if you go to his stores, puts out real good weed is Be Real, Dr. Green Thumb.
Oh well, yeah. There was a Dr. Green Thumb.
A lot of the other celebrity brands, they just are that. They're like endorsement deals. They don't.
Exactly.
They just get paid to promote the product.
It's purely for.
I saw the buds that you
if
grew.
you were one of
Why are
those
you
people,
buying
like
any
the band, like a certain
I
quality of
smoked
the
it all.
product,
Oh.
you can use my base.
I had
Cheech and Chong. They have a Delta 8.
I had 4 plants.
It's officially Cheech and Chong.
And I sold a bunch of it.
I heard the truth.
And I smoked Jai out for 3 weeks solid. And I smoked about an ounce and a half a week for like 3 months. So I got about just over 5 ounces per plant. So I was actually really happy with that. That's the best I've ever done.
Yeah, that's good.
It looked real good.
Thank you. I was really happy with it. I have to see this. The one thing I'm kicking myself is before that, I had a wave of plants that I had to veg for 5 months. Had like a shitty situation with this roommate, like stopped paying rent, started being a dick, and I had to like get the sheriff to come evict them. And I didn't want to put my plants into flower when I had them in my room with me. So I ended up vegging the things for like almost 5 months. Because that's how long it takes to get a fucker out your house in California. Ridiculous. And then I vegged them. And when I vegged them, I noticed a couple of bugs in the soil, which I always overreact to. And I soil drenched them. And I got a CalMag supplement that had iron. And then I realized my airflow was off. So there were all these little things I was doing that was making the plants look unhappy. And I was telling people about what the leaves look like and what the plants look like. And people were like, it's russet mites, it's russet mites. And I was like, fuck, really? And I ended up murdering those plants in cold blood because I was like, fuck, because they were like, you've got to clean your whole room. You've got to like disinfect the whole thing, all the tans, like you've got to like vacuum this shit, like everything. They said it was like bad. And in hindsight, I wish I just flipped them anyway and just fucking went to see what happened because they were so big and they'd gone for so fucking long. And I just cold-blooded murdered them.
Truth, I remember that.
And
I remember the advice I gave you was to get a microscope or a loop.
I did.
Positively identify whether or not you had an actual bug or not.
Yeah. That's what you should have done.
Well,
sometimes people look at things on the internet and a lot of times that's an easy diagnosis, but unless you see the actual bug, which you have to magnify,
I got a magnifier. It was supposed to be, I had a loop, right? I got this cheap loop on Amazon. It was 30, 60, 90. The 90 was too small to look through. It was a cheap one. The 30, 60 worked. I saw nothing. But then I got this other microscope and I don't think I could focus it properly. It went up to like something crazy. Like I went up to super, super intense. And I tried to look. I spent hours looking and I never saw stuff. But I did see these, what triggered me to do the soil drenches were these tiny little spider things under one plant. There was like a line of them. And I thought they were spider mites at the time, but looking back, I think they might have been this like, I don't think that was that. I think I overreacted and I could have had some fucking probably pretty stunning weed.
Yeah, it was probably soil mite.
Because the soil had been in the pots for that long too. It'd been there for so long, and it was organic soil. It was all organic, all the nutrients. So it was going to have activity. I should have just flipped them. And that weed would have been like something really special. But this one, I'm just happy. Like I had them and they came through because I treated that because they were supposed to be wave 3, you know, but I'm missing one in the middle. But these ones got treated the same in the veg tent because I intensely treated them all, trying to do preventatives. And then because the reason I killed them was because I did these preventatives and then the growth stunted. And then I was removing leaves and I wasn't seeing any new growth. And then people were saying, oh, it's these invisible mites. And that's what I was thinking it was. And I was like, so basically this stunted growth is because these things are just eating the plants from the inside out, even though I can't see them. I really should have got a second opinion. But I really panicked and I cleaned the whole place out. I just cleaned it and I soil drenched those plants. And
what you should have done was never took advice off the internet to begin with.
I think so. Or like, if you go to the hydro store and the guy says, oh, you've got invisible bugs, like, just question it from every angle. Also, I kind of panicked, but it's hard to know. It's hard to describe this stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you had your eyes on it, you'd probably be like, oh, but I think there were a few small factors that were stunning him and made that happen. But I wish I'd flipped him. I think that would have been some magic looking stuff. The same strain. They were all clones of the peanut butter bread.
It sounds like you just overdone it to him is what was the problem.
Yeah.
He was over-treating them.
Yeah. And the soil would have been so wet too, with the soil drink too. And then it's just not, I let it dry out in between those, but it didn't have any resting time in between to really feed and just kind of recover because I was treating it as if it was like russets indoors, But at the same time, like it's kind of a learning curve, but it's kind of shitty. But if I'd had that much weed and then that wave of weed, I would definitely still have weed now. But I suppose, there's reasons to it. I'm about to start growing again. I've got a bunch of seeds. I need to pull my finger out and do it. It's like been summer times. I've been doing stuff in the yard, been working. I just got a new job. That means I'll be doing less driving around, which is good. I don't know. I'm just making excuses. I've got to stop not prioritizing getting some seeds in.
It's easy to make excuses.
Yeah.
I do that shit all the time.
Okay. It's a loser's game. No bueno.
But I definitely stopped taking advice from people that can't see my plants in person. If they can't see it in person, then I'm not taking advice from anyone.
And I
if it screws up, it screws up. At least you tried.
Yeah. And I do trust, the advice I was given, it probably does make sense based on the information I gave. But it's just like in hindsight, I'm thinking of all these other elements that make me think it was a knee-jerk and that I should have handled it different,
Yeah.
I spoke to Eagle about it and he said the same thing as like you guys too. He was like, oh, you should have just flipped them.
Yeah, you should have just flipped them. But it's all good. Like you say, it's a learning curve. You live and you learn and keep on going. That's all you can do. Keep on growing.
I know. I'm definitely still smoking, so I got to be growing. It feels, it's like eating at a shitty restaurant when you know you can cook better at home, you know, when you're buying someone else's weed. It's not.
Hell yeah. That's why I quit buying steaks anywhere, because I know I can cook a killer steak at home. So like I don't eat steak out no more.
I hear that.
Man, like 90% of fucking restaurants are a disappointment.
Yeah.
And when you go there and it's really good, and then you go back, you're like, what the fuck? Where's, you know,
what happened to the good
food
stuff?
Yeah, what happened to the food? I ordered the same dish, but this one sucks. What the fuck?
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
That's the worst.
Inconsistency, yeah. You never get regulars. You're not.
There's a local restaurant here that had like killer vegetarian food, like killer. And then they got rid of the chef because you got the whole restaurant busy. The chef wants some money. He just deserves the money or whatever, right? But either way, they fired that motherfucker. Went back, man. The food is just
terrible.
Out of buckets now. You know, it's not even. Yeah, you can tell it's just like, dude, this place is about to be fucking empty now.
Yeah, like you just ruined your business. You should have paid the guy more.
Oh, absolutely, man. And that's where you knew it was good. Maybe he thought the guy wasn't special and that he could do it. Then all of a sudden he tried and he,
he's fitting to find out now, huh?
Yeah, he's going to find out.
If you don't please the passing trade regularly, you miss out on regular customers and you miss out on good word of mouth. And you're just
exactly.
Yeah,
well, that's what they do in the cannabis. They get the grower to set them up, and then they fire the grower. You know, after they get how to cook his meal, then they fire the guy and cook it themselves, right?
Try and copy and paste the formula, and then realize they don't have the touch. It's not that easy.
They ain't got that love in it, though.
If you ever get a job like that, don't tell them everything.
Yeah. Never work harder than your boss. If you're working harder than your boss, you need to get a different job. But they need to get a new employee. I need to find more papers.
Hey, Tao, man, found one of your blueberries down in the basement, man, smelling gorgeous. There's one that has more of a citrus to it, but one of them, man, one of your blueberries crossed with the fucking cheesequake.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
dude.
So it's like old school blueberry.
Dude,
I need to hit you up for some of those beans, Tal. I've been thinking about those.
I'm telling you, when I saw Crispy and Smart Poker's grow of that, it brought me back to when, that shit's legit, dude. But definitely has different flavors, so which is not a bad thing. They're all good, but they're different. You know, like I can't tell anyone now it's going to be all blueberry, which I thought like all the ones I had, the first one was like almost all blueberry smelling and tasting. But now there's like cheese, and I'm getting reports of different shit coming up. But
there's a berry citrus in there too, but there's also one that's more like grape.
The
berry
cheesecake has the
blueberry in there. You know, it's like a
nice.
It's a nice fucking mix, man. Very, very pleased with that one.
Yeah, I told you I'd send you some of them testers, Major. I'll send you some of that Time Wreck by Cheesequake. I mean, Time Wreck by Blueberry, dude. Yeah, that's like.
We calling that again, Stacy?
Different Stacy, a different sweeter blueberry than that violet.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, they're all good. That Cheesequake male is definitely proven. I'm gonna try and never lose him.
You still got him going then?
Yeah, I got, because he's Amy's father too. So
hell yeah, bud. Hell yeah.
Well, Tao, in a couple weeks, at the beginning of May, I'm going to germinate for my outdoor, and I have ABACs crossed into the Wilson back cross that I'm going to do a section of, see how they come out.
Do it. Do you have any straight up Amy left?
Yeah, I still have a few. I saved a few, but I sent some that Green Fingers last year, and he growing them too.
Yep, he's got one outside.
Awesome. Hey, from last year, I remember it was one of the greasier weeds. Like when you rolled a joint, there'd be like, it would spit out resin like a few hits in.
Yeah, it's got that ring running.
Resin out.
I think the kids are calling that like the row or something like that, or the roo. Some bullshit.
I don't know, but that's weird because even shit that I've grown. Yeah, there was one time I had this strain that had like a red ooze out of the tip of the joint, dude. And it was the strain. It wasn't the nutrients. It wasn't it was the strain of weed, and it was just goopy. Like by the end of it, you can almost hardly pull through it because it got so gooped up with this resiny red shit, and like people get it on their teeth and shit. I don't know what it is, but it was definitely the weed. And I remember it now, but I don't have it no more. I haven't seen anything like that in a while.
That funk. That's what it is.
I think Smiley had like a little IG short that he showed one of his joints that was almost dripping fucking oil off of it, man.
Crazy. Smiley's got some winners over in his stable, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think that sleeper fucking I thought it was going to be that GG4, man, but it looks like that white cranberry #2 crossed with the Jack. Starting to fucking smell like, whew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
combo.
but as far as structure, that Sky Stomper, everyone who shows off that Sky Stomper, man, it lives up to its name. It's high and fat and chunky.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is the Sky Stomper? I know it's the Sky Color Kush, and what's the other Max Stomper? Is that what it is? Sky Color and Max Stomper?
I've trimmed some Stomper before.
I think that's what it is. A Sky Color Kush and Max Stomper, I think.
Something from Sunken Treasure Seeds for sure, right? Magmosa, I think he has too. He has a couple crosses.
He definitely has some good gear.
We have officially reached that time, guys, and then some.
Hey, Eagle, won't you just leave?
You
reckon it was fun?
Fucking late. He made fault you were fucking late. Come on now.
You should go to bed, Eagle. You have a bad attitude.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be the first one. Peace out, killing Autoflower.
Peace out, Major.
Peace, boy.
All right. Truth, it was awesome hearing you play some riffs, and it sounded awesome.
Right on.
Buddy, great seeing you. Mikey B.
Yeah. Hell yeah, ciao.
And Eagle, it's always fucking awesome fucking talking shit with Eagle. I'm glad I caught you tonight, and we'll see you in the future.
Take care, Tal.
All right. Peace out, everyone in chat. Peace.
All right, Eagle. It's nice. It's good to see you, Truth. And I don't even know that. I can barely see, but everyone on here.
Peace
nice
out,
chat.
bro.
I'm driving. I'm almost there.
Good night, Ben. Mad respect.
Trying to get to the next party before it's too late.
That's right.
So maybe 2 o'clock here. Yeah. Have a good one. We'll see you next time around.
Take
Night,
care.
bud.
Everyone.
All right. I'm jumping out. I'm leaving you to be the first in and last out, Truth. Y'all have a good night. Eagle, it's always a pleasure. Everybody in chat, I hope y'all have a great Sunday. Thanks for playing us some tunes, Truth. Y'all have a great night. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you for popping in, brother.
Eagle Gardens 1. Nice talking to you always. Time goes too quickly. Thank you for letting me come on and make some noise.
It was
Glad you had a good 420. Yeah. Sound check. That's why we have sound check.
It was
all
good.
Right. Have a great night. Mad respect, mad love always. See you, man.
See ya. For the rest of you guys, thank you for tuning in to this fun episode of the Weed Nerd World. Can't believe I had to run it twice to get it right, but eventually I got the code right and things have worked out a bit. So thank you guys for hanging out. I am grateful for all you guys that do. I'm a bit grateful for the people that rewatch us during the day. So With that being said, if this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, well, take time out for a little bit of self-love, a little bit of meditation along the lines of what I am hoping is a great, prosperous, restful Sunday for you. Please take time out to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. As long as they come from the heart, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to be a monetary thing. Call on a friend, open a door, ask somebody with an open, heartfelt sincerity, how was your day? I don't know. I'm sure you're very creative weed nerds. You can come up with something. That being said, I'll see you tonight. I'm working on the guest thing. They've been tough lately. That being